Hey guys, Johnny Crims 2000 here, and welcome to a new reaction video from me. So I just finished watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and holy crap, I really like this this new series. I'll be honest, I wasn't that into it at first when I first heard about it, when I first, heard that there was going to be a Marvel television series for two reasons. One, because I personally am not into television all that much. What I mean by television, I mean I watch television, but I'm not the type that follows sitcoms or the type that follows, dramas or anything like that. Pretty much anything episodic that, I have to devote a lot of time, even if I have to DVR it. I'm not that into it. So, for starters, no, I don't like what's that? The Big Bang Theory. Well, I don't like that show for many reasons, but no, I don't watch that. Game of Thrones, The Walking Dead, all that. Pretty much if there's any show that people are talking about, I just don't follow it. So here, when I first heard about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I wasn't particularly that excited because I didn't know if I was gonna watch it. Plus, it's a Marvel show. I'm a big Marvel fan. I'm more of a Marvel fan than I'm a DC fan. If you guys have followed me on Twitter and Tumblr and things like that, you'll probably know that because I talk about that stuff a lot. But even so, I don't know if I was all that excited about a show that pertained to S.H.I.E.L.D. For starters, I haven't read all that. I don't read every single comic out there from Marvel, so I didn't know all that much about S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, of course I knew about S.H.I.E.L.D., but I didn't know if there was like a tie-in to this show, so I knew that I was going to be lost. And S.H.I.E.L.D. is pretty much just like the Marvel version of the Men in Black. That's pretty much all I knew per se. Like that's their role, so to speak. So I didn't know what to think of it at first. I was just like, well, why can't we get like another TV show? Maybe I don't know, maybe some of the lesser known characters. Why don't we have a show about that instead of just like S.H.I.E.L.D., which is basically just going to be like a police drama or something like that. So going into it, I'll be honest, I didn't have that many high hopes for it. I didn't know what to think, but having watched it now, I'm kind of glad that I did. This is the first show that the first show in a long time that I'm really kind of just I went home like fast. I don't want to say that I ran any red lights or anything like that to get home before 8, which is when it came on, but I was actually getting pretty excited. Having watched the show, I can say that I think it's a good show. The first episode, obviously, I don't know if it's going to be a good show. I just watched the episode, the first episode. And from what I've seen, not having watched all that much television, like I said, I can say that I think it's a good show so far. It's a good episode. It introduced some the main characters. I'm assuming, I don't know if they're all the characters that we're going to be seeing throughout this series, but the only one that was returning from the Avengers was Agent Coulson, which I think that his role in the entire Marvel continuity is an amazing one. He's the thing that kind of glues everything together. He was there in Iron Man, he was there in Thor, he was there in Captain America. He's the one that glues everything together. So I love that decision, that casting decision to have him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the television series, so that we know that yes, this is the same continuity as the Avengers, as the films. And I love that. If anything else, I love the fact that they do it that way, that it's not just this is separate from that continuity. I love the fact now, because there's so many possibilities now, and I love that. The show, if you guys haven't watched it, go watch it. I don't want to spoil anything, in case you guys didn't watch it, and I don't want to spend too much time going over every little thing. But, I like the premise. I like the fact that they're, from what I saw, obviously this is only one episode, so I don't know where they're going to go with the series or anything like that. But I liked it. I like the fact that it's sort of, it kind of reminds me of like a television, police drama in a way, but at the same time it keeps things, it knows that it's a superhero. It's based off of the Avengers, essentially. They reference a lot of it, a lot of the things that happened in the Avengers, and I love that. So it's not too serious. I like the humor in it. For example, like Agent Coulson, I love him, and he brought his comedy, his type of humor that he showed in the other films, and I love that about him. I like the fact that we're now going to have like a basis to introduce more Marvel characters, especially some of the lesser known Marvel characters. We got introduced to one character which I think a lot of people thought was going to be Luke Cage, maybe because he had super strength or whatever, and let's face it, because he was black. But he ended up not being Luke Cage. But I love the fact that now we could, if we wanted to, they could bring in some more lesser known characters that maybe they're not ready for like a big film, but you could sneak them in there. Luke Cage is one of them. I mean, obviously he wasn't this guy, but it could be. Maybe we can even see somebody like Iron Fist, like the movie version, the Marvel film universe version of Iron Fist. Heroes for Hire. Luke Cage, Iron Fist. Come on, like that. I'm basically writing the script for them at this point. Doctor Strange. That's another one that they could introduce. Just a bunch of, if they wanted to, they might introduce Punisher and who is it, Daredevil. I think now Marvel owns the right to Daredevil. If they don't want to make a movie, which I'm still waiting for that, then maybe they can introduce it in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like a passing mention that maybe will build up to a movie. Maybe we'll start hearing things about Ant-Man or stuff like that. I love stuff like that where they can just make little references every now and then to a wider Marvel universe, and I love that this show has the potential to do it. Now, we don't know if they're gonna do it, but from this first episode that I saw, it looks like that's gonna be the case. Like, they're gonna show little bits and pieces of this ever-evolving Marvel universe, Marvel film universe, and I absolutely love it because of that. So again, to wrap this thing up, I don't want to keep going. I love I love the show. I love this first episode. Like I said, I'm not a TV person, so I don't know, how exactly to kind of rate things compared to like Game of Thrones or Walking Dead, because I don't care for those shows either way. Yeah, go ahead. Johnny Crime 2000, you should watch it. They're so amazing. I'm not a TV person. I gave this one a try, and I'm glad that I did. Amazing show. The budget looks like to be pretty good. So we had a few special effects here and there. I can't wait to see what other superheroes or, super beings, I guess, are introduced in the show. And I really, really hope that they start introducing other, established Marvel characters. Like I said, the lesser known characters that we wouldn't particularly see in a movie. Like, I would love for them to introduce them in this show, because I think it's a great platform, and then eventually get reintroduced in the films, maybe with a bigger role. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought. If you watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., what did you think about it? I'm sure if you're a Marvel fan, tell me what you thought of it as a Marvel fan. I'm a Marvel fan, so I'm telling you, I told you right now, like, I love it. Like, it could introduce other characters. What did you think of it from a purely, I watched the movies, but I gave this one a try. I'm not exactly a Marvel fan. I read the comics. What did you think of it? And if you're just somebody that just happened to catch this, you didn't know it was Marvel, but you saw that it was maybe a little bit interesting. What did you think? What did you guys think about this new show? What do you think will become of it? And what do you think what the connection will be in the future between this series and the established, film franchise, the established Marvel film universe? Let me know. I'm very interested to see, to hear about what you guys think. I don't know if you guys agree with me, some of the things that I've said, but let me know in the comment section. And as always, if you like my videos, my reaction videos, I tend to do these every now and then, but let me know if you like it. Be sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Alright, peace out. As always, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to get more stuff from me. In the meantime, if you like my videos, be sure to find me on Twitter, Tumblr, Raptr, and Screwattack.com to see the other gaming related content that I upload. Info is in the description. Who knows? Maybe you'll like my stuff. Maybe. Maybe.